Hello guys, and welcome to another exciting episode of your favorite entertainment program, E360. Now, this is a program that covers all aspects of entertainment, from food, fashion, dance, movies, and the likes. I remain your host, Chidi, thrilling you with exciting topics and guests all the way. Now, let's go on a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, our guest is a multi-talented individual. He's an actor, a chef, and a content creator. He has featured in some of Nigeria's blockbusters like The Brotherhood, Itura, the TV series, Unscripted, and the award-winning short film, The Stupid Finder. He's one of my favorites personally, and there's one of these characters I love so much. I'm already laughing. When I just think of that character, I laugh. All right, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Korexx. Korexx, you're welcome. You're laughing, it's like you know where I'm going to. I know where I'm driving at.
I know.
I'm very, very well, Korexx. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
All right, Korexx. So you're a man of many personalities. That's how I call you. You're a man of many. You're multi-talented, highly talented. So tell us, how did you discover your passion for the arts?
First of all, I'll start off with what you said, me being a person of multiple personalities. Ever since I was in my preteens, I've had the knack for mimicking people. Like looking at people and asking myself, why do they look different? Why do they sound different? Why do they talk or walk different from me? So I've had a keen interest in people. So that really inspired me to go into the arts, say, okay, if I really want to understand them, why don't I get the chance? Why can't I get, no, I want the chance to be them for a brief period. So that actually endeared me to the arts. Also, I've always been someone who's been in love with creativity for as far as I can remember. I don't like the ordinary, and I like things that come from nothing per se. And what do I mean by this? I see a bottle, and to some persons it's just a bottle, and to me I see a story. I see characters. I see the bottle have a family and things like that. I see the bottle have a voice. And that is, for me, that is creativity. Creativity is the ability to just bring something out of something that someone can see and just ignore and say, okay, this is just ordinary. But creativity, I've always been in love with that. For me, I started with church, doing church drama, church plays. And I also used to draw. I still draw. So yeah, I sketch, and I enjoy that. Things that just give me the ability to embrace things that are around me and other people's perspectives. I really, really enjoy that. So that's one thing.
So I can go on to say, like, in short, you everything arts. We are not going to limit you to say you're an actor, producer, you're an artist, you everything.
Well, so I'll say this. And this is the first time I'm actually saying this.
All right.
The name The Korexx, because that's the full name. The Korexx it means I am more. That is it. So it's not just a character. It's a brand. The Korexx. So it means I am more. Kore, that's Kore, Korede. XXX it means you can put different things there.
Oh, okay.
So that's what it is.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's good my viewers are out there hearing for the first time.
Yeah.
You see what we do on E360. So, how do you stay motivated to deliver in the manner you do? You know, not just anybody can be the Korexx. So, how do you do it?
Motivation. I always say this thing. Motivation is not a cause, it's a result of taking action.
Okay.
So one way I stay motivated is just by trying things. I have ideas. I'm blessed with ideas from God, honestly, and inspiration from my environment, from other people, and allowing them just sit in my head and waiting for some feeling to just want to do them or act them out doesn't actually work for me. So I have the idea, I go with the idea and say, you know what, let me try this out. Try it out, and in the midst of trying it out, I get that whiff of inspiration or more motivation to continue. For characters, I'm in my house, I'm in my bathroom, I'm in the toilet, I'm cooking, and I start having dialogues playing in my head, like characters talking in my head. And it's funny, but my dad always...
You're like, are you running mad? Or
yeah! I remember when I was younger, and I'm washing his car, and he's up there looking at me, and he's like, You call my mom, Iyamuyo, what are you doing? Because I'm there, I'm playing, I'm creating characters, I'm talking to myself. So I have those things, and it's in me expressing them when they come that I begin to flesh out. Okay, this is how this character sounds. How would it look? How would it look if I try this character like this? Then when I have opportunities to have scripts or jobs, I try and play them like that. So I would say taking action on the ideas that come to me gives me motivation. And I stay motivated.
You know, I used to think like on my own, I'd be like, see, something with actors is like there's one spirit or something that just comes to them and talks to you. Like you guys, like probably there's one spirit that comes and talks to you guys, because at times I'm like thinking, how can you just switch personalities and, you know, one moment you are calm, the other moment you're like, and you're pumped and something. So it leads me to the other question. Okay. For someone as talented as you are, who are your kind of mentors, and what endeared you to them?
Okay, so it's, now most people might think that most of my mentors are people in the creative space, but I would not say those are my mentors. People in the creative space, a lot of them, I admire their work, but people that I regard as my mentors are people that I love the way they live.
Okay.
The way they live endears me to them.
Okay.
So I don't have personal mentors that I go to see, or I have friends.
All right.
But when you say mentors, I have a lot of I would say proxy mentors, people that I've never met, but from their work and a lot of their things that I watch, books that I read, I've gained a lot and that's helped me. I would say one is Jay Shetty. I don't know if you know Jay Shetty. Yeah, I love Jay Shetty, and it's for me, it's how he's able to balance the human connections. He knows how to ask good questions, questions that help people connect as human beings. You drop all your titles, all the I made this, I made that, and it connects to you as a human being, and I love that about him. Another person is Vuzi Tembegwayo. He's South African, and Vuzi he's one of those people that they jerk me up. Never met him before, but his works, his podcasts, his YouTube shows, I love him, and he inspires me in the areas of business. Another person I like right now, I see that this person has influenced my life, Mark Manson.
Okay.
He wrote the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a...
All right.
So I really like his approach and his perspective to life, and how you shouldn't allow the things that people talk about or what other people care about to define your own life. You get to define what life is for you. So I like people who give me a deeper sense of purpose, a deeper sense of understanding why I'm here on earth. Those are people I gravitate towards. Speaking faith-wise now, one of my spiritual mentors, I would say, is Joyce Meyer. Okay. I love Joyce Meyer. So those are the people I would say are my mentors. The other people that I can see physically are my friends.
Friends.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like the way you have mentors for everything, you know, your faith, character, and all. That actually shows why you're the way you are. Because you have actually put in the work to like say, okay, look, this is for this, this is for this, this is for this. When I assemble them together, it's the ultimate thing, and kudos.
Thank you very much.
Now, Korexx the chef. See, that's one interesting part. Like, you are a chef. Like, you actually cook. So, beyond all this, you have time to go to the kitchen and prepare something sweet. So, what inspired, how did you come about cooking? What or who was responsible for that?
So, from my family, we're all boys. We're 4 boys.
Okay.
So, I consider myself as the female. Okay. And that's just in the aspects of the kitchen.
Oh, the kitchen.
Yeah, I consider myself a female because my mom's mother, that's my grandmother from my mother's side, and my grandmother from my dad's side, they both owned Bookers.
Oh.
They did. So, and there's this thing about me, when I see something I like, I always like to sort of be able to do it myself, replicate it myself, create it myself. So actually seeing them cook and tasting meals in some certain places, maybe a party, and I'm like, oh, I like this spice. Oh, I like the way this thing tastes. And not being able to have it when I want to, I'm like, okay, I'm going to ask you how you did it. I'm going to go and replicate it. So I started doing that at home, experimenting with different food. My brothers, they love me, but they've been... they've been my guinea pigs when I started out cooking and testing out different things. So from home, I used to be the one handling the kitchen for my dad, for my mom. So taking that responsibility of cooking for a family, and eventually pulling my friends along, cooking for friends, and also now cooking for people outside, like customers and things like that. When I eventually said, okay, I want to take this serious, was when I moved from my dad's house. I went to stay with a friend, and a friend was like, okay, they're in need of like a chef, someone who can cook and handle the kitchen, someone who knows how to make different recipes. I'm like, oh, I could do that, and boom. That's how the thing started for me officially. But yeah.
Nice one, because I was looking at your page, the left-handed chef.
The left-handed chef.
And I saw in everything there's this element of Korexx, the actor. I could see your drama in it. Like, okay.
Let me quickly say something to that left-handed chef.
All right.
So a quick story to that. When I was younger, I'm a Yoruba boy, and Yoruba people have this thing where you don't use your hand. Left hand is always like, oh, see. Left hand is not good for some certain things. And I used to be of the opinion that, oh my God, I'm a lefty, I'm a righty. I like using my left to eat. I like my hand to, my right to write. So I'm sort of ambidextrous. I use both of them. So I'm like, why can't I use my left to eat? They say, no, you can't eat on the table with us. Go. I had an uncle that anytime we're eating and I was on the table, he's like, no, go. If you're going to use your left hand, go. So I told myself that I was going to name myself the left-hand chef to say, Uncle, I made it with the left hand. So yeah.
All right, that's interesting. All right.
Thank you.
All right, then we'll be going on a short break now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
You will call me out for what? Because of 50,000.
Dirty boy.
Because I'm owing you 50,000. I will say 50,000. You will call me for. God.
Are you playing?
Hey, come on. What? Are you normal? What's that? You want to lick my ear? Oh, no, don't you want to put your tongue in my mouth or what?
A married man.
What happened?
It's syrup, sir.
What are you saying? Say what? Say up. What happened?
Sir, they have sued again.
I want Swara.
I was Suraju.
They have never won again.
I was Sule.
Sir, they have actually won some cases. But that's not even the problem right now, sir. We heard that Nigerians are putting pressure on the EFCC and ICPC. They want clarity on Alhaji Chidi Musa's report.
Hey! Our own Alhaji Chidi Musa, the Auditor General of the Federation. What happened?
They want clarity on the funds. They also want them to name and to disgrace the heads of departments, ministries, and agencies that are indicted in this Alhaji Chidi Musa's case.
I say, what did happen now? What did happen now? We tell you what our meeting never starts. I just go place now. I get place where I go now. I'm very busy as I tell like this.
My pikin, calm down. Meeting go soon start. Just carry your mind, calm down.
Who should be back? Carry my back
You dey shout for elders.
Felice, I hear you talk say you get where you want go.
Ella,
If I allow you, make you go where you want go, now you go bring money.
eh?
My brother, sit down here.
No. See, now me be first born for this house.
Okay.
The first booth, we come on my papa block us. Now me be that.
That one na age. We dey talk about.
What's that this meeting? See, what do you want to teach the younger generation?
I beg do the point and give myself which teach. I don't get into our na money because they do na the point and put this side. Na money we dey learn for this.
See this money to remit. I go slap your face, you
Professor
stupid.
Felice.
He say stupid. He follow me too.
The one we have been waiting for.
Please.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
Nice to have you.
Welcome.
Welcome, my pikin.
God is here.
No, but your roots. No, but you stupid, you roots. You come here, you keep elders. People waiting for you. You keep them here, you call.
Welcome back. Now, in case you're just joining us, with me in the studio is a super talented actor, The Korexx, easily one of my favorite content creators. And you can see the character I was talking about that gets me laughing every time. That's my favorite Otumba character. Otumba. All right, so How did you come about the character, Otumba?
Otumba.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Otumba is a character that was really, really inspired by my dad and his friends.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I noticed something about older men, and when older men Yoruba older men, after when they are together, they have some certain level of freedom that a lot of younger men don't have, and it's the freedom to say whatever and do whatever, and they know that there's no consequence. You understand? Yeah. They have so much audacity. So I noticed that when they're together, they joke around and they say something and they laugh and they're having such a good time. Even though they have serious things going on in their lives, but when they're together, oh my God, they know how to have a good time. So for me, Otumba was just that embodiment of freedom. It's the freedom to see situations happening around you and just make them play with them. Also, I also tied him to, because something I'm so passionate about is the people. I'm passionate about the way the country runs, and I see Otumba as an elder who should be doing the right thing, but he's profiting off the fact that things are not working well in this country. So he's a politician. Also, I gave him that thing too. So it's a character for me that just really helps me express the things I feel here in Nigeria and I feel about the older generation. Yeah.
All right. So from the character, we see that you do it hand in hand with Mr. Macaroni.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he is that, in quotes, your dad's, where we put it there, like that your dad's friend that is like, oh,
yeah,
quotes.
Yeah. So
what's the relationship personally with, apart from the skits, right? Because you've explained that one. So personally, what's your relationship with Mr. Macaroni?
So I would say I was asked once, and someone said, "So, Debo," they said, "Debo is your best friend." I was like, "Yeah, it's not my best friend. Debo is like my brother." So we've been together for since we've been in school, since we went to Redeemers University together. We studied theater together. So we've been together since then. We've been working together. Even after we left school, when I went to the NYSC, he was in Lagos. I write scripts, I send to him. He does things, he sends to me. So we've been together for a long time.
Way back?
Yes, way back. We've had experiences. We've tried different things.
Okay, I see.
So when we saw the things about content creation, when we saw the game changing, because Debo and I were trained thespians. Okay. We had this, we're trained thespians. What are these guys doing? So we didn't want to do it. But then he told me, he's like, Korexx, these guys are doing the things we love to do. Let us put aside our pride and let us go there and let us do it because we can do this. So eventually we started this thing. And I started with the Korexx. That Korexx first then was just the character before it became Korexx the brand. Yes, so then it was Korexx. Then out of Korexx, I evolved Otumba. Debo has been an amazing brother, and he still is to me today.
All right, well, that's interesting, very interesting, because we can see from the way you guys act together, you could see that going beyond, coming on set to do that, you could see that bond relationship easily connect.
Oh yeah, there's something about when you're working with someone that you guys have like a relationship. Yeah. He knows what I'm thinking. I know what he's thinking, so we can easily just feed off each other.
Unscripted.
Yes, unscripted. I like that.
Yeah. So okay, how challenging is it being a content creator, taking on movie roles? Because you have to read bulky scripts, and content creation is you need to be consistent. You need to keep giving those content, even though people get tired of stuff. So how have you been managing the time being a content creator? Your acting roles and being yourself.
For me, it's a question of what is important.
Okay.
What is important? I always say this to some of my friends who are also in the creative space. If you allow it, the creative space will take you away from the things that you really love and care about. That's the truth. Because you can never satisfy the audience. The more you give them, the more they want. They keep taking, they'll keep taking, they'll keep taking. But as a content creator, like you already mentioned, it's a game of consistency. You have to keep creating, And being an actor also, you have this. Being an actor is not easy.
It's not.
I must really say this. It is not easy. You have this bulky scripts, and being in Nigeria, thinking about the economics of it, you see actors juggling about 2 or 5 scripts at the same time, trying to get everything because you have to earn. So being a content creator, being an actor, and also trying to be myself, the way I find the balance is always asking myself what is important at this time, at this moment. There are times in my life when I do not have inspiration for new ideas, and I don't like forcing it. I call it the social media machine. I'm not like, nah, I don't want to feed the social media machine. No, I'm going to do it when it comes and when it's natural, when I feel like it's essential. I'll do it when I have something. For acting roles, when they come, it's all about who am I working with, what's the story about, oh, I'm interested in this, I like this, I get on that. And when I have time to rest, I go to meet people that I really, really love. Because I feel for me it's a people game. It's a people are the currency. I always say that.
Yeah.
So that's how I always try and balance it.
Oh, okay. So, what are the steps you've taken to be where you are? Because Rome wasn't built in a day. Definitely, you didn't just wake up one morning and you're the Korexx. You know, I know you've said stuff. You know, you talked about your inspiration, mentorship, and all. Yeah. But you know, like conscious steps you've taken to be this person you are now.
So I would say that sometimes I have to intentionally tell myself, or sometimes I don't know how far I've gone, if I'm being honest. I still see myself as the person who still has a lot to do. Even till now, I still have a lot of work to do on myself, because I don't think I'm anywhere. So when I'm out there and people say, oh my God, it's the Korexx, I'm like, who's this Korexx guy they're talking about? It's just me, Akredi Ajayi, guy who's just trying to work on himself every time. So some things I do to work on myself is I have a routine. I have like my morning routines. I have my journaling. They help me out. I do therapy. I go for therapy because therapy is very, very important. I can't overemphasize it in this Lagos.
Therapy, and you hardly have them. I don't know if I'm right, but it's not an area that we really touch therapy.
We don't really talk about it, but I do therapy. I have an amazing therapist, Aisha Adams. She's phenomenal. So Aisha. I do that. Yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing. Right. So I do therapy. I meditate. Okay. I journal. And I exercise. It's very, very essential. And one other thing I don't try to allow this work steal from me. Like I said, is people. Okay. I always like to connect with people. So these things keep me grounded. Those are the intentional steps I take.
Okay. So you know, moving forward, what should we expect from you? You said, okay, your work in progress. I like that. You know, your work in progress. So, what's going on? What should we be expecting? What should the fans be expecting from the Korexx?
Like before we started this interview, I was telling you about a play. We're working on a play called Man Talk, Woman Talk by Olarotimi. It's funny. It's funny.
I like the sound of that.
it is funny, and I'm working with an amazing team called Nirvana. Nirvana Productions, amazing theater team. So that is coming. That is in the works. Also, I'm working with this brand actually called the Yo clothing brands, and we're all about creating comfortable clothing for people. Clothes that speak. Clothes that you can, even on your lowest days, you can just pick up and just wear. So we're working on that too. I'm really a big advocate for people living their best lives. And living your best life doesn't mean that you need to have everything that the world tags as, oh, you're living your best life. A big car, a big house, an expensive car, a big house, or the most expensive things. No, it's by enjoying the basic things of life. The fact that you are alive, you can breathe, you can smile today, you have a roof over your head, you can laugh, you have clothes to wear. Those things, we should cherish it. So I'm doing a lot of work in the mental space, in the mental health space. I'm doing that too. If you check my page, I do something called 1 or 2 things. And 1 or 2 things is me just basically trying to encourage people to live a more wholesome life. I would say that. Yeah.
I like the fact that you're emphasizing on the simple things mattering. You know, things that people don't really look. And mental health can't be overemphasized.
Yeah.
Mental health.
You know, it's funny.
Yeah.
I don't consider myself a celebrity in quote, because I feel like with the title celebrity, people feel like as a celebrity, it comes with a lifestyle. You must live a certain kind of way. But no, I don't think so. You can choose to live a very, very simple life and still chase your passion as a creative. It doesn't mean that the fact that people know you're famous, you now need to live a life that is above or beyond your means, even when you don't want to be like that.
Yeah,
so that's one thing I'm
all right. We'll be playing a short game, right? But before then, let's go on a short break. We'll be back. Welcome back. So before we round up, we're going to play a game.
Okay.
All right. So it's easy peasy. I ask you questions. You just give me punch. Ask and see how good you do in 1 minute.
Punch. Okay.
We good? Ready?
Let's go.
Your full name?
My full name Akorede Ajayi Anulopo Ogenetega.
Your favorite actor of all time?
Favorite actor is hard to pick one, but I would say Eddie Murphy.
Your favorite food?
Favorite food, rice anytime any day.
What are you most thankful for?
What I'm most thankful for is the gift of good people.
What won't you be caught doing?
What I wouldn't be caught doing is beating someone up.
Okay. So what are you most afraid of?
What I'm most afraid of is not living up to my potential.
Your childhood hero?
Childhood hero, Batman.
Favorite city?
Favorite city right now is Lagos.
What would be your perfect day? What's your perfect day like?
Perfect day, laughing with my friends, playing video games, getting the time to read and meditate in the evening. That's my perfect day.
Okay. And your dream life, what is it like?
Dream life is the one I'm living right now.
I like that. So tell me 3 things off your bucket list.
3 things. Bungee jumping, skydiving, the last one, 3 things, the last one, owning my own restaurant.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
I like the adventure in the midst of all these things, skydiving and all. Okay, maybe when you're doing that, I could just tag along.
I don't mind.
All right. So it's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
All right, that's all we can take today. I'm sure you enjoyed the show just like I did. Until next time, stay jiggy.